Picture this. December 1979, Soviet tanks rumble across Afghanistan's frozen landscape. What seemed like a simple intervention would become one of history's most costly miscalculations. A war that would help bring down an empire and reshape our modern world. The Americans saw an opportunity they couldn't resist. Through Operation Cyclone, the CIA orchestrated what they called the Bear Trap, a massive covert program to arm and train Afghan fighters, the Mujahideen. What started as a few $1 million grew into billions, flooding Afghanistan with weapons to bleed the Soviets dry. But the real game changer? The Stinger missile. Before its arrival, Soviet helicopters, especially the dreaded Mi-24 Hind gunship, ruled the skies. These flying tanks terrorized Afghan villages with impunity. Then came the Stinger. Suddenly, those invincible gunships started falling from the sky like autumn leaves. The Soviet air advantage evaporated overnight. The Soviets responded with brutal fury. They employed a scorched earth policy, destroying crops, bombing villages, and laying millions of landmines. Afghanistan, once called the Ruby of the Empire by Soviet leaders, was being systematically destroyed. But this brutality only strengthened Afghan resistance and turned the local population against them. Back home, the Soviet Union was crumbling under the weight of this war. A shattered generation of young soldiers returned home traumatized, many addicted to drugs. The mighty Soviet war machine had been humbled by mountain fighters, and the myth of Soviet military invincibility was shattered. But here's the darkest twist. The weapons and training provided to defeat the Soviets didn't just disappear when the war ended. Many of those same Mujahideen fighters would later form the Taliban, and the networks built during this conflict would give birth to Al-Qaeda. The very tools America provided to defeat one enemy would later be turned against them. The Soviet-Afghan War ended in 1989, but its echoes still resonate today. It's a stark reminder that in the great game of geopolitics, today's solution can become tomorrow's nightmare. Sometimes the enemy of your enemy isn't really your friend. They're just tomorrow's enemy in waiting.